Hi everyone, Happy New Year's. I hope that you enjoy this look as much as I had fun putting it together for you. It is a makeup tutorial and it's also a little bit of a hair tutorial as well. And I'll leave that at the end. In the bottom bar, I'll put where the hair tutorial starts. If you'd like to skip it, you can. Or if you'd like to go to it, you can. So I hope that you enjoy this video. Once again, Happy New Year. So excited for 2013, and if this isn't the last, if this is or isn't the last New Year's tutorial, just the same, Happy New Year's. Okay, see you guys later. To get started on the look, I've already taken 100% pure organic coffee bean caffeine eye cream because I like to make sure my eyes are completely puffyless. And then the All Natural Face Magic Vegan Eyeshadow Primer, so everything sticks, stays in place, and there's no creasing, and I get maximum color payoff. And it's easier to blend. I'm first going to start off with Obsessive Compulsive Pigment. This color is Ginger. It's a beautiful muted orange, and the Dollipop Tools 777. So this is a very intense pigment, not really mineral color, but just kind of a loose eyeshadow in a way. So I'm just going to go ahead and pack this all over about 3/4 of the lid, starting from the inside towards the back. My favorite shape for doing the crease is sort of not directly on the orbital bone. I'm taking this Amazonian clay blush in the color Flesh. I think e.l.f. actually makes a blush single from their regular dollar line called Flesh, and it's a similar color. I'm just taking the Dollipop Tool 785 and stippling my eye brush in there as if it were a blush brush, because I don't want to pick up too much color payoff. It will be slightly more intense than obviously if I were applying it to my cheeks. But I'm going to start in the outer corner and then just kind of blend that to the brow bone. And the reason why I'm taking a blush is just because transition colors tend to be softer and blushes do have slightly softer hues. So I just wanted to use a face product to get a soft, intense, or soft crease to work with if you haven't worked with it before, because it's a bit finicky to move, which is actually going to work out for this look because it's not going to overpower the backdrop color or the blush in the crease. So I'm just going to press my 785 that I used for the socket into that. I'm going to pounce this in the outer corner of the eye because it is a little firm and stiff. It's not going to run into ginger and create a muddy look, which is part of the reason I chose it. And I'm just going to start blending it from the socket bone. I have to look over here actually because my mirror's over here and I have to see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. But I'm just going to blend this out from the angle of my eye up to my brow. That's really just sort of my line that I go to, just so everything is kind of symmetrical. You can always use a different eye shape, whatever works for you. I'm just going to blend away in from Inglot. And this is the Sigma E40. I'm just going to blend the first two colors. You could take the darker if you're darker. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend out the brow bone, just so it's really pretty and smooth. And blend it down into the purple, so the purple has no rough edges and it melts up to the Tako, which is this white on the E40 again. I'm actually going to place this right in the arch of the brow, right where it's coming to like a point above the iris of the eye. And I'm just going to blend that down into the purple. I just want to feather a little bit of this dark purple into the outer corner. I'm not really doing an outer V, I'm just pouncing this on so the eye really takes on a very dark kind of cat. But sometimes I leave this little space of skin right here. I just think it's kind of pretty and gorgeous and doesn't look overworked or overblended. Sometimes when you have like a whole orbital bone area, just shadows, it looks very heavy and thick compared to just having skin almost everywhere else. But I'm actually going to fill this in with a light sheen or brow powder, and also because it's New Year's, it's a little bit more dramatic. I'm taking a little bit of 467 on the E40, a little bit of 501, which is this frosted white, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill in this gap so you have almost like a little bit of like a glisten of snow or whatever, since it's Tarte Amazonian clay pencil in Moonstone Brown. And we're just going to line the waterline. And I'm going to take whatever is remaining left over and try to blend out onto the lower lash line. I'm not really trying to tug the color from the waterline directly because it'll make the eyes water, but if any color melted down, go ahead and do that, or you can add more. Now I'm going to take Ginger again in the 777. Just take the tips of the brush and pull that in and then towards the iris of the eye. Take Sugarpill's Dollipop, and we're going to put the tips of that same brush. I just flicked out some of the ginger, and we're just going to place this at the lower lash line. I'm going to take Tarte's Light Camera Lashes eyeliner, or sorry, this is the Tarte MultiplEYES, not the mascara. I'm going to go ahead and blend this up. To wing. Take Tarte Light's Camera Lashes mascara, and we're going to go ahead and put this on the lashes. Elegant eyes and sophisticated, and they're pretty and glittery and they're cross-hatched. I just want to add some sparkle, but I don't want the lashes to overtake all the pretty eyeshadow. So I'm just taking Inglot's AMC 81. It's a kind of a raspberry sorbet color. Just taking a couple fingers, patting it into the blush. These work better when they're warm, although there's no warmth in here other than the lights. But I'm just going to go ahead and blend this. I'm going to go ahead and take Flushed again, or Flush, sorry, not Flushed, 942, and buff that from the front of the cheek to the back. I'm now going to take Candlelight by Too Faced, which is this really pretty, take the puff out, the white gold color, white spun gold, and place this on the high planes of the cheekbone. The Peach Leopard, I haven't taken this one forever. You can see it used to be one of my favorite bronzers. And what I like about it is it's got a warmth to it without being too dark. If you don't like milk chocolate from Too Faced or chocolate, this might be a good alternative. I don't think they sell this palette anymore, but they do sell Peach Leopard by itself. I'm just going to go ahead and place this in the contour. Both Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pencil. I'm using the Sand Shimmer 7, one of my go-to lip liners, because it just creates a perfect base for your lipstick to stick on, and it's not a potent color. Because I love nude lips for New Year's, I think red looks fairly unkissable. I took the 224 by Inglot, and they smell nice too. I don't think the smell will linger all night long, but they smell good going on. Pumpkin Poppies, Pink and Lilac. You could take Abernathy. I don't see Abernathy right here at the top of my drawer, so I'll just take this. So to get started, I'm just taking my flat iron, which is the new me. It's the Couture in purple. And I just like to make sure that everything's really straight. I've already ran a flat iron through my hair. So now that I've just taken it out of that Velcro piece, which I just used to hold my bangs back, I'm just sort of polishing up the top. In order to make a hairpiece work, you basically just have to tease it. So what you want to do is take a section at the crown of your hair. Now what you don't want to do is tease the entire shaft. You want to tease underneath. So go ahead and take your brush, tease underneath so you can see it stands up a little more. Don't be too rough because you do have to live with your hair. You don't want it to be too damaged. And just tease the portion you wish to put the piece under. Now the idea of teasing is that you don't want to see the knots, the tease, whatever. And you want to make sure you don't want to tease too tightly. So make sure that you comb over what you're going to be seeing so that it looks clean and pretty. Sorry, the LA Hold Hair Spritz by Giovanni. It's an eco-friendly. I probably recommend not taking a maximum hold hairspray, but that also depends on the texture of your hair. I can't take one too light because nothing will stay in if I do that. So if you have like a thinner hair texture, just use a regular hold or less. This volume hair base, this in a sense is like a bump it, kind of interesting. But I'm going to be taking this, and it's from bornpretty.com, and I'll put a link in the bottom bar. This was sent to me. So here's one little base. Looks like this. Almost looks like a, I don't know, like a the insert for a bra or an very large eye patch. But this little Velcro piece at the back holds in from the bottom and holds the tease on top. So essentially you'd be doing this and putting your tease over it. Now you want the entire base to be covered. So I'm going to put this at my crown. You can always put it further back or further up. I know that that sort of tease in the very back of the hair right now is very, very in. I don't know how I feel about that because I kind of think it looks like an alien head. But go ahead and like, don't listen to me. Do what you like, you know? I can be opinionated about certain trends. Anyways, take a section of hair and slide the bump it under the tease. You want to cover the tease, so you want to make sure you have enough hair from here covering the tease on the outsides. Just use my fingers. You don't want to comb out the tease to get the desired effect. I saw that a lot in beauty school. The tease would be too rough, so people would go back and comb out all their work. So you just want to see what you can do with your fingers before you take too much of the tease out. You can see my shape is already mounted. Now, if you're not familiar with doing hair or you haven't been to hair school, this might take you a little longer. But I'm just taking these regular bobby pins. They're similar to my hair. I could have possibly gone even blonder, but I'm just going to use what I got right now. So I'm just going to make sure I pin the hair, the bump it. You can always try to pin the actual, I'm calling it a bump it, sorry, it's a Born Pretty Volume hair base. This is essentially to me like a Velcro kind of hair bump it, because the original hair bump it was like a headpiece, like a headband that had hard combs in it. It was very uncomfortable. When I was in cosmetology school, a lot of the ladies would make fun of the bump it, and they'd say, you know, if you can't tease hair, you're not a good hairdresser. But the reality is teasing is very damaging. So I kind of like the idea of using a hair base, which is why I offered to use this hair base, because I was allowed to pick whatever product I wanted. I'm going to take the hold from Giovanni. Not sponsored by this product, it's just something I use regularly. Just try to clip the edges. So you have two little pieces, which is great, and if you have more hair and you want more volume, you could like stack it up because they're kind of shaped like implants. But yeah, this was fun. And I'm gonna go get a hair ornament actually. So I sincerely hope that you enjoyed this. I decided to clip a little hairpiece from Conair's, just from the drugstore, in the back. If that's like too old fuddy-duddy for you, the hair ornament, then skip it, it's cool. Happy New Year's! 2013 is here, just about, and I hope to get this edited so you can watch this and gives you another, I guess, option or look you can try. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm now gonna